I am a man of honor, integrity, and promise. I pursue all righteousness. I love my family. I will not put my family in harm's way. There is nothing that will keep me from doing the right thing. I am an ambassador of hope and a man of discipline. I am a man worth following. I am a TYRO.
Welcome to TYRO TV. I'm Ron Tiarina.
And I'm Cathy Tiarina. And those of you that don't know our story, Ron and I did 15 years in the prison system. Ron doing time on the inside, and my children and I doing time on the outside.
But out of our experience, we were able to develop a curriculum called TYRO. TYRO is a Latin word which means apprentice, novice, someone learning something new, a warrior.
And the TYRO programs really teach you what it means to become that warrior for your own legacy, to build a foundation upon which your children can grow and become healthy and strong. Being a TYRO means first winning the battle inside your home and becoming a leader in your home, and then your community, and then your workplace.
Now, this is not easy. This isn't for everybody. But once in a while, we find people that are willing to step up to the plate and really take a swing at life and have that aim where they're not trying to get a home run every time they're at bat. They want to get on base, but not only get on base, have the principles and the know-how how to get all the way home. It's one thing to get up to bat and not ever swing, but it's another thing to get up to bat and take a swing. And that's what we teach TYROs to do. Look, get up to bat, get prepared, hold that bat firmly in your hand and swing at life. Understanding that, you might not get a home run, you might not even get a single, but you're gonna swing that bat. And out of that experience comes where you can teach others on how to face life, face what's coming at you. It might be a fast pitch, it might be a curveball, but you know what? You're not gonna let it scare you, you're not gonna let it cause you to run back in fear, but you're gonna face it and you're gonna recover.
Right. You're not gonna let it keep you from getting up to the plate. And so that's really what TYRO is. That's really what the TYROs are doing is men and women are going through the TYRO program and grabbing a hold of their destiny and walking out their dreams. They are realizing that the more times they get up at bat, the more times that they swing, the more hits that they get, and the more successful that they become. And success means reaching your dreams. It means working hard every day, moving towards the things that you really want to see accomplished in your life and in your family's life.
And becoming a TYRO in our own personal life has just changed the way we think. It changes the way we conduct ourselves, not even when we're in public, but when we're at home, when no one's watching. We want to practice these principles when no one's watching. That's the key of integrity. What are you doing when no one's looking? And so that's what we get to do. We get to empower. We get to create CEOs of families. We're talking about chief encouraging officers or chief empowering officers, where people are empowering one another to reach out their destiny, to obtain the dreams that they have.
But none of that is possible without hope. And so today we've got a super amazing special guest, and he's gonna come and he's gonna share his journey of finding hope and finding the why in his life to help him get up every morning and get up at bat and take that next pitch and strike.
So stay tuned. You don't want to miss this interview with Eric Arrand, TYRO Eric Arrand. We'll be right back.
TYRO Dads will help you to see who you really are on the inside by coming to terms with your past, present, and future. You'll begin to move forward by using your time on the inside to transform yourself. We know you're not the only one serving time. Your family is too. Overcoming the issues that existed prior to and during incarceration are often more than what many families can survive. TYRO Dads has a unique method of reaching and healing families based on Ron and Catherine Tiarina's own personal experiences. TYRO Dads works exclusively with incarcerated fathers who have minor children. The program lasts for 10 weeks and focuses on intensive character development. You'll be taught to take responsibility for your actions, to own it. You'll be prepared to overcome the obstacles of incarceration and transition back into your home and community, both successfully and permanently. Upon successful completion of this program, you will earn the title of TYRO, which means a warrior, someone learning something new. You will be one of the honored, a man worth following. If you think you have what it takes to be a TYRO, or you want to know more, contact your local project facilitator or your institution staff.
Welcome back to TYRO TV. I'm Ron Tiarina.
And I'm Cathy Tiarina, and today we are talking about hope with a very special guest, Eric Arrand. Welcome to the show, Eric.
Eric, it's good to have you here.
Thank you.
So let me ask you this, Eric. So How long have you been home now? Let's just start there.
Probably about 5.5, 6 months.
Ooh, okay.
Oh,
so, yeah.
wow. So really recent. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah, welcome home.
Yeah, that's awesome. So tell us a little bit about your life before you spent some time away. Kind of, what were you doing? Married? Do you have kids? Like, what was your life like?
I was engaged for about 2 years. I was working a full-time job at Cooper Tire in Findlay, and I thought I was living the right way. I lost 2 kids, from the first one in 2007 and the second one in 2010. And
It's terrible.
I really didn't know how to handle it at that time. And I turned to alcohol. And I really didn't think I had an issue with it, because I still maintained my job, I still thought I was doing family, It's just, I got to the point where certain days would be like a remembrance of what happened, and I'd start drinking. And over 6 years, I accumulated DUIs, which led to a felony and landed me to an institution.
Okay.
Man, that's really rough. So as you were going through this season in your life, and really trying to kind of navigate this on your own, were there ever any points in there that you thought, what am I doing? Or you just felt totally blinded that it was just like, you know what, I'm doing the best I can, I'm just going to keep trucking?
I always thought about what am I doing? Why am I doing this? But I think I was just so distracted and so blinded by everything, I was running away, and that was my scapegoat.
Eric, I know what it's like to be an alcoholic, because I used to be an alcoholic, and really, and I wasn't a nice guy, I was angry, but I didn't know I was. I was depressed. I'd go to work, but I couldn't find happiness, I couldn't find joy, and I would bring that home, and it would create such a dysfunction in my life that everyone around me, I would bring havoc to their life, right? But the penitentiary woke me up. And we are so glad to see that you're sobered up, pumped up, motivated, woke up,
Awake,
right?
yeah.
And awake. You're awake now. And I really appreciate hearing you own your story. You're not running from telling it anymore. And so by telling it, how has that empowered you?
It releases that burden, all those years of I don't know how to say it, of not being able to face myself, look myself in the mirror, not love myself, by being able to tell my story, it opens up, I don't have to carry it on my back no more.
That's good. That's good.
It's easier to handle life on life's terms now. I can handle situations that used to baffle me.
Okay.
Yeah. Wow, that's a good word.
Okay.
And we find that's where the same place we were before Ron went to prison is we felt like we were carrying a mountain, right? And then we woke up and realized, mountains aren't meant for us to carry, they're meant for us to climb. And that totally transformed our lives. So when you think about before you went into prison and before you went, how was your relationship with your fiance? I mean, what was?
I thought they were good. We had a good open relationship. But I was also blinded by the alcohol. I didn't see that I was, maybe aggravated or just had that cloud over me. My attitude wasn't where it should be. I would still do family functions. Just be the family guy.
Right.
But not to my potential.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
If they seen that, I couldn't see it. They would always, what's wrong with him today?
Yeah.
I wasn't happy. I wasn't chipper like I normally am.
Yeah. So when you say you weren't living your full potential, right? So living a mediocre life, and everybody else could see it but us, right? We thought we was doing great, right? That's how unconscious we were. There's a saying
this is the best we can do.
There's a saying we have as TYROs, signs and symbols are for the conscious man, right? And we want to stay awake. So since waking up, how have you been able to activate?
Well, before that, tell us a little bit about, so when you found yourself facing jail time or prison time, what was that like? I mean, what was that experience like? What were you feeling?
Honestly, I was leading up to facing prison term, up to 2.5 years. I lost my job after 10 years at Cooper.
Wow.
Lost my family. I lost everything. But believe it or not, I was at the lowest point in my life, but I was at the happiest point in my life. before I was getting sentenced, I put myself into a fellowship program.
Wow.
And that taught me how to change the way I think, how to handle my alcoholism. And I didn't have that burden anymore. I was able to hold myself accountable for what I was doing.
Okay.
So my mind was already prepared to go, I knew that I wanted to be a better person going into it. So that helped a lot.
So you became teachable.
Yes.
Wow, that's good. You became
that's
teachable.
Powerful.
You found yourself at a place. You know what? We say that your best thinking got you where?
It got me where I'm at today.
Yeah, well, your best thing got you locked up.
Yeah, well,
it put you at a place now.
Yeah.
I can be teachable,
Right.
and I can relearn. And that's what I really appreciate about my experience in penitentiary was really surrounding myself with people who had already lived life and they're incarcerated, but they're living life good, even inside the walls. And that I don't want to live. I had to embrace that experience.
Right.
And that's what I hear you saying, that you embraced the experience you were about ready to face and you weren't going to run from it anymore.
Learn from it. So when we come back, Eric, we want to hear more about, okay, so that once you went, like what happened, how did hope begin to really infuse you and bring that transformation? So stay tuned. When we come back, we're going to hear more from Eric and hear the really exciting things that have happened in his life since that point. We'll be right back.
Playing catch, basketball, laughing, and enjoying each other's company. These are all normal things on the outside, but many times are missed in a visitation setting. TYRO Dads brings the same fun experience to the inside through Family Days. As a TYRO Dad, you have the opportunity to participate in this fantastic event. Family Day is designed to allow fathers and families to engage with each other through activities designed to stimulate communication, learning, and play. Family Days will not only be a highlight for you, but for your children as well. The Ridge Project has strategically developed Family Day as an opportunity to help you connect with your child throughout your separation and help both of you develop skills to continue building your relationship when you return home.
Welcome back to TYRO TV. I'm Ron Tiarina.
And I'm Cathy Tiarina, and today we are speaking with Eric, TYRO Eric Arrand, and we are going to be talking about hope and what it means to be infused with hope and how empowering that can be.
We last left the segment about your experience when you first went in and what was happening to you and how you came to a place of becoming teachable. You realized that something had to give, something had to change in your course of life, right? So what was it that really ignited, and Cathy mentioned the word hope, what is it that really sparked that in you that, I want to find hope?
It just being at rock bottom, losing everything, losing my family, my job. I had to change. If I didn't have to change, I probably would have ended up dead. And I got my nephew I got to worry about, my dad I got to worry about. I got family that I need to worry about instead of all the focus on me.
I like what you said. I need to worry about them. Wow. Instead of, it's a burden to worry about them. You said, I need to worry about them.
Like that's my role that I gladly assume.
And I want to worry about them. Don't take that from me. And I love what you said. I love how you said that. I need to worry about them. And so how's that working out? What's going on there with the family?
Oh, it's amazing, Dad's doing great. I mean, he's always had bad health, but he loves having his son back. He loves having his son back.
Good word.
Not just from being incarcerated, but as a person.
Yeah.
I'm not down anymore. I regained his trust. I regained the son that he once had.
Wow.
That's beautiful. So tell us, so you're incarcerated and you're awake, and so you're wanting to be taught, you're wanting to learn the right thing. So tell us about that journey. About what did it take for you to sign up to the program? Why did you even sign up for TYRO? And then how did that affect you?
Well, where I was at, I had no hope. I felt like I didn't belong there. There was no direction for me. I was in a fellowship before I got incarcerated, and I loved it because it was changing the way I think. And I had to do something in there because it was not rehabilitation for me.
Okay.
Other alumni that were still where I was at was talking about it one day, and they said they loved it. So I joined it, And from the moment, from day one, it was for me. I could tell that it was inspiration. There was hope there. It's where I needed to be, where I wanted to be.
So what's it like being a TYRO on the outside?
Oh, it's amazing. It's amazing. Yeah. I mean, it's still a struggle though, because people still know my past.
Yeah.
And you still got to lace your boots up every day and be the best you can be.
Oh, I love that. I love that. Lace your boots up every day. Yeah.
That's right. That's right.
Ready to get out there for combat.
Confessing to be a TYRO, right? You're out there and you're putting a mark on your back, right?
Yeah.
A man worth following, and that's not easy, is it? Because it's easy to run back to what we used to do, But when we realize, now that we're awake, man, the grass is greener.
It is.
On the other side. So what are you doing now? Since you've been home, how long now?
About 6 months.
6 months. So what's going on?
So awesome.
How are you celebrating life now?
Working and spending time with the family, more than I did before.
Yeah.
Enjoying the little things that I'd overlooked.
So you had talked about your nephew, and I know that you had talked about that you had lost your kids earlier. But I know that you're acting as dad. So tell us a little bit about that and why. Why are you stepping up to the plate in that way?
Because he deserves it. I mean, like every kid deserves it. They need a figure in their life. They need a role model in their life, and they need a parent figure in their life. And unfortunately, he really has not had that his whole life. So I've tried to go out of my way, even before incarceration, all that, and I was there for him. And he's just an amazing kid. Like,
nice.
You just look at him, and you just I don't know, you brighten up. And he just brings that joy to your life.
That's
So
awesome.
you see something in you that you can give to him to make him grow up to be a great man.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
That
That's
is awesome.
powerful.
That's awesome. A lot of times we'll look at children that aren't ours, and we'll look over them because they're not ours.
Right. That's not my responsibility. Right.
But I think what being a TYRO, when it empowers us to say, you know what, everyone is our responsibility.
It is.
If the opportunity comes our way and we neglect it, we can't get mad when somebody's neglecting us. We have a saying as TYROs, if you're not celebrating somebody else's kid to make it, don't get mad when nobody's celebrating yours.
Right.
Right?
So tell me, what would you say would be the main thing that you learned through becoming a TYRO?
Being a man worth following.
And what does that mean?
It's waking up every day when life has you down. You don't let it get you down. You keep striving for success. You keep striving to be that better man. Be that family man. Be that friend. Just be what society needs you to be.
You said earlier you're engaged now, and she has children?
Yes.
So
Yes.
So you're acting as dad there too.
Yeah.
All right.
So how old are those kids?
5. One just turned 14 yesterday.
Oh, wow. Teenager.
Yeah.
That's fun.
So the transition, coming home, only being home 6 months, and then finding yourself in that position with children who may not be so keen to hear what you got to say. How is that?
How are you navigating through
How are you
that?
navigating through
It's hard. I mean, but I can't hide what I went through.
Yeah.
Because they gotta learn. They need to know not to follow what I did. That there's always another way, a better way of doing it. I
Right.
tell them what they need to know, but not to an extent to where it might hurt them.
Okay.
But they love it. I mean, they love me.
Okay.
It's amazing. I mean, the littlest one every day comes up for no reason, just will kiss me, kiss me on the head or just hug me.
Yeah.
I was like, what's that for? I just wanted to hug you.
Wow.
It's stuff like that is what makes you want to continue to be that TYRO.
Yeah.
To see the joy on their faces, the smiles on their faces. It's what makes you want to just be the better person.
Yeah, that's good stuff. That's good stuff. Well, we are so excited. We're gonna take another break, and we're gonna be back with TYRO Eric when we come right back. So stay tuned. You don't want to miss this, man. We are having a good time just listening to Eric's heart, and we hope you are too. So we'll be right back.
Dear son, it's been hard these last few years, watching you grow up without me in the picture. Never taking the time to find out how you were or what was going on in your life. You're just a boy, I thought. You don't need me. I didn't need my dad. He was never around, I told myself. But I was wrong, son. I'm supposed to be a grown man. I was selfish. I was stupid. I was thinking of me, not you. If I could go back, son, and change things, I would. It's taken me all this time being selfish to finally grow up and realize I need to be a responsible man. That's what I finally learned, not from prison, but the TYRO program. It's all about becoming a better, stronger man. Wish I would have gotten it sooner. Everything looks different to me now. I'm a changed person. I know I need to be there for you now. It's not about me anymore. It's not about being cool. It's not about who I run with. It's about Mom. It's about you. It's about being a better man, learning something new in my life. It's about being a TYRO, a man worth following. I'm your dad. You're my son, and I love you. I am a TYRO. I'm a TYRO. Dad.
If you think you have what it takes to be a TYRO or just want to know more, contact your local Ridge Project facilitator or your caseworker.
Welcome back to TYRO TV. I'm Ron Tiarina.
And I'm Cathy Tiarina, and we are enjoying today's show with Eric. We are so glad to have you on here. So excited about the new excitement and joy we see in you towards life.
You know, this segment, it's been really serious, but we also know it's an exciting time, not only in Eric's life, but our life. We get to hear what's happening in somebody's life. In this case, it's Eric, of newness. You have reinvented yourself, and you're constantly on that path to where, you know what, your past does not define who you are,
Right.
but it qualifies you for something greater. And we are so blessed to be part of that experience with you. So if there are 3 things that you can share with the men out there that have empowered you, has really transformed the way you think, the way you see, the way you walk.
Or 3 things that you do differently now that you're a TYRO, now that you're becoming a man worth following. What would be 3 things that you're doing differently?
The first one is detail. I mean, in life, you can't take nothing personal. I mean, you were talking about baseball earlier. Life's going to throw you curveballs, you know? You can't let that bring you down.
Yeah.
So what is DTIP? What does that mean?
Don't take it personal.
Yeah,
Don't take it personal.
And was that easy? I mean, when you heard it?
No, it's still not easy.
Right.
But you got to work every day. You got to
Yeah.
work towards
Yeah.
it. You know, just like in life, you got to work for it. You know?
Yeah, it's hard not to take
Practice
things
makes
personal.
permanent.
That's right.
You got to keep practicing.
That's
Yeah,
right. That's good
that's
stuff.
awesome. And so then what's the next thing that you do different? So you're really practicing not taking things personal, and that's transformative, right? It like totally transforms the way that you see life and the way that we respond and react to life. And what's something else you're doing different?
You know, I got more motivation now. I love my family, and that makes me want to strive to do better. You know, before I always had dreams, and I just laid in bed thinking about them. Today, I'm actually going out and pursuing them.
Is that
that's-
awesome?
That's a good.
It's a good feeling. You know, I
That's
mean, it's a
good.
good feeling.
Yeah.
So if someone says no, there's always another door. You know,
Yeah.
you don't give up.
Yeah.
Don't
Yeah.
give up.
That's good.
I
One more
love it.
thing. That was 2.
Yep.
So D-tip, no longer do you have a dream and lay down. You have a dream to get up.
That you're pursuing, running
Pursue.
after that. Yep.
I bring value to this world now. You know,
Ooh.
people look at me and they're like, "What's going on? Like, how do you do that? You know, how are you so positive? You know, what's your secret?" So I bring value to this world. You know, now I'm not a drain to the world. You know, I ain't using people.
Right.
You
You're,
know.
you're a fountain.
Yeah, people are
Yeah.
looking up to me.
That's good. That's good stuff. And you know, with that comes a lot of responsibility and accountability.
It does.
And when you put yourself in that position, and being a TYRO, you're okay with it. You're okay with it, you know, because you're not alone. You know, you're part of a TYRO alumni community, aren't you?
Yes, the
Part of
tech
a-
community. Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
So how's that going, really quick? If you could just hit about that, a support group, right?
It is, and it's an actual support group. Since I've been out, TYRO has been one of few that keeps in contact to make sure I'm doing good and to help me out. You know, it's nice to have people. Hey, have a happy 4th of July. You know, or
Yeah.
you know, it's amazing to know that somebody's there for you. You know,
Yeah. That's
it's
good stuff.
yeah.
That we're all on the same journey together
Yeah.
towards continuous improvement.
We're just one big team.
Yeah,
That's good.
yeah,
That's good.
that's
Well,
awesome.
this has been a wonderful, wonderful time for us, Eric. We are so proud of you. We are so blessed to be part of your journey, and really just being able to help you a little bit along the way, because the rest really boils down to us.
Right,
Once we
right.
get the
Personal
information,
responsibility.
what do we do with it, right? And
Yeah.
so we are so excited to see not only where you've been and what you're doing now, but where you're going.
So as during this segment, as we're really talking about the things that you've learned and how you're applying them to your life, I guess what I'm really curious about is, so how are the other people that were your friends before you had this experience? How are they reacting or relating to you now? What are they thinking?
There's some that, would just fade away, which is expected,
Right.
But there's others who are your true friends, They might still carry on their path, but they respect mine, and they still push me to do what I need to do.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's good.
That's
That's
awesome.
good. So now you got to come to a place where you can empower them to, hey, look,
Yeah.
there's grass is greener over here.
You gotta be that leader.
Be that
that
leader.
warrior.
Be that
That's
leader.
right.
Be that warrior. That's good
right.
stuff.
So what would you say to somebody that's maybe sitting in a prison cell or sitting in the day room right now, and they're watching the show and they're thinking, oh, okay, yeah, right, but I'm different. I could never have that. That would never happen for me.
If there's back to where you used to be, in fact, we know there's a lot of men still there, laying in their bunk dreaming, but not getting up. If there's something you can empower them with, tell that camera right there, and so they can hear from you, from your heart.
One thing I've learned is everything in this world revolves around is desire. If you want to do anything in life, you got to have that desire. And if you got to have desire for your family, you got to have desire for yourself. Anybody can change. I can change. If I can change, anybody can change. But it's a good feeling. Keep your head up, and we can get through this together.
Yeah. So now, can you recruit tyros? What does it take to become a tyro?
You gotta have the determination. You gotta want to change. Man worth following.
Yeah. Yeah, I think for men in prison, we could birds of a feather flock together.
Yes.
Right? So everybody in there is of like-minded in some way or another, whether we want to admit it or not. We all wearing prison blues, we all making $18 a month, it doesn't matter. We all found ourselves in the same boat. Right? But out of that boat comes that trailblazer. There's trailblazers in that boat. There's a lot of them. Men who take their dreams and, you know what, I'm gonna change not only my world, but everybody else's around me. When I see you, Eric, that's what I see. A change agent. Yeah.
Which is really powerful, really
Yeah.
powerful. When we come back, we got to take another short break. When we come back, we're gonna wrap it all up for you and give you some really solid takeaways, things that you can begin doing right now where you are to change your life. So stay tuned. You don't want to miss this.
TYRO Dads will help you to see who you really are on the inside by coming to terms with your past, present, and future. You'll begin to move forward by using your time on the inside to transform yourself. We know you're not the only one serving time. Your family is too. Overcoming the issues that existed prior to and during incarceration are often more than what many families can survive. TYRO Dads has a unique method of reaching and healing families based on Ron and Catherine Tiarina's own personal experiences. TYRO Dads works exclusively with incarcerated fathers who have minor children. The program lasts for 10 weeks and focuses on intensive character development. You'll be taught to take responsibility for your actions, to own it. You'll be prepared to overcome the obstacles of incarceration and transition back into your home and community, both successfully and permanently. Upon successful completion of this program, you will earn the title of TYRO, which means a warrior, someone learning something new. You will be one of the honored, a man worth following. If you think you have what it takes to be a TYRO, or you want to know more, contact your local project facilitator or your institution staff.
Well, welcome back to TYRO TV. We're about ready to wrap this one up, but man, it has been amazing.
It is always good to hear from Tyros, and it's always good to see the transformation that's happening, the hope, the joy, and the commitment to lacing up your boots every day. That's a great line. I love it. I love it.
Guys that are listening right now, we want to encourage you. There's tyros out here. This is really a movement happening out here. When you become a tyro inside, it doesn't end there. There's a community out here waiting for you to help you along your journey, to help you manifest and fulfill your destiny. right?
Right.
No longer being a liability, but being an asset, as Eric is talking about. He is an asset, not only to his family, but to his community. And that's what this is about.
So we heard from Eric, we heard from you today about a lot of trauma that you experienced in your life and how that affected you in a negative way and then kind of created this path towards destruction. But then how you began to really wake up and then get connected to the TYRO program and really learn skills that really helped you to be able to really work really hard every day towards really achieving your dreams. So I really want to hear what would be something that you can really leave with these fathers, guys that are sitting in prison and maybe feeling completely hopeless and thinking, I don't belong here and I don't really know where my life's headed. What is one thing that they could do right now where they are that could help change their lives?
Just be involved in the TYRO program. Think of your family. Your family needs you. Your kids need you, and you need you. Just have that drive to change, because it's worth it. It is worth it. There will be people out there to help you along the way. You don't have to be alone.
And there's going to be, on the flip side, people who are going to
Be against you.
be
Right.
against
So,
you. Yeah.
Yeah.
But you don't let them stop you.
No.
That's
Right.
right.
You let your haters be your...
Motivated.
Motivated.
Yeah.
That's
right.
exactly right.
That's right.
Yeah.
So have that drive, have that energy to get up in the morning and
And
really
do something different. Sign up for TYRO.
sign up for TYRO.
Right.
And give us another one. What else would be something?
Well,
that they
they're
could do?
waiting for the TYRO class. Say that they signed up and they're like, man, but it hasn't started yet.
I read inspirational stuff.
Okay.
Like books or whatever. That's what I did.
Okay.
Something to lift my spirits up, to make me think a different way.
To
It's
find
a-
self-help books.
Yes, new help or new direction.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right,
awesome.
that's good. Read. I tell
Right,
you what,
right.
I didn't start reading until I got locked up.
And and you know what I hear in that isn't just reading, but actually taking personal responsibility for becoming better. And really that is part of being a TYRO, because TYRO is not, we're not going to do it for you.
That's right.
Nobody did it for you, Eric. I mean, you came, you showed up at the class, you took those concepts, you applied them to your life, you took personal responsibility for your own future and began to do things different and think different. And that's why you're becoming successful. That's why you are successful. And so what would be a third one? Either one of you.
No one's gonna do it for yourself. You have to put the work in it. The skills, the knowledge is always there, but it's up to you what you want to do with it.
So
Pick up the
apply what you're
tools.
learning.
Apply it. Make it applicable. How do you take these principles and then activate them in your life? And practice makes permanent, as you said earlier. So living in a penitentiary setting or a community facility, whatever type of environment they're in, that's a micro universe. Here's a little playground, right, where you get to put these principles into practice. And once you begin to master them in this micro universe, you get to, when you leave that institution to the macro, which is out here,
Right.
the big stage, now you get to really see, did you get it?
Right, because
Yeah.
those things that, like we say as TYROs, practice makes permanent, not perfect.
Yeah.
If you wait till you get out to begin practicing those things, you're going to struggle a lot more on this side of the gates than if you begin practicing them on the inside.
That's right.
So is there anything else, any other wisdom or tip or tool, or even just something that wow, this experience out here, maybe a story or an anecdote or something that really wow, this is what I'm getting to experience out here. Anything you want to leave with the guys?
That I found hope. People see me now and they want to know me. They want to give me job offers. I don't even know. There's people I don't even know. They've probably met them once or twice. And just by putting my boots on every day and lacing up and being my presence, they're like, he's a man worth following.
Yeah. So-
I want to give you a job.
So let's take it back. So now you're radiating positivity,
Yeah.
right? So in the past you were radiating negativity,
Yeah.
and you were attracting people who were trying to take your boots off, say, lay it down, let's get high, let's get drunk, let's just do nothing. But now you got
No
people,
direction.
yeah, no
Right.
direction. But now, boom, you're this aura that you present wherever you go. People are gravitating towards that. And we put a name on it. We call it TYRODom, right? Right? That's what we call it. And it's great. It's great when people are celebrating you. And we celebrate you, man.
Yeah,
We're
we
proud
are
of you.
so
Thank you.
excited for you.
Yeah.
We are excited to see from this point across the next couple of years. We're really excited to see what you're going to achieve because we know that you are going to get those dreams.
Yep.
With no doubt at all.
Well, thank you so much, Eric,
Thank you.
for being with us today. We are honored
it
and
has
blessed
been
to
an
have you.
honor to have you.
Yep.
Thank you so much.
So we're going to wrap this up, and we hope that you've enjoyed this show as much as we have. So until next time, always remember that we are rooting for you.
I am a man of honor.
I am a man of integrity.
I am a man of faith. I am the antidote.
I am a man of discipline. I am a leader.
I am strong.
I am a man worth following.
I am a TYRO.